Welcome to get to know the speaker of Digital Confex. Today, we have with us Megha Anand, who is Senior IP Patent Manager at Ansell Global Trading Center, Malaysia. She will be speaking on the topic IP and the digital transformation. What's the plan? During the IP and Legal Confex happening in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia on 31st January 2024. Hi Megha, welcome to the chat show.
Hi, thanks so much, Ayush. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Megha. It's pleasure to have you on our chat show. So, Megha, please give us a brief introduction of yourself and also field of your expertise for the audience.
Thanks for the introduction, Ayush. And I would like to add a bit more about myself. Um, as Ayush mentioned, I'm Senior Manager IP Patents at Ansell. In my current role, I am managing the global patent and trade secret portfolio, and I closely work with the GE and general engineering and R&D teams to kind of identify patent-worthy inventions, and to ensure that our patent strategy aligns with our company goals. In addition, I'm also supporting for IP-related commercial activities and agreements.
So, Megha, how excited are you for this event?
Like I said, I am really looking forward kind of to share my insights on this topic as well as to hear other speakers and to gain more knowledge on what's happening in the IP space in Malaysia and around the Southeast Asian region.
So, moving forward, I have few questions for you today. My first
Okay.
question is, how has the digital transformation affected different industries and what role has intellectual property played in this transformation?
It's a very interesting topic, firstly, digital transformation, because all of us are going through it now. We've been hearing about generative AI coming in, and we have NFTs, metaverse, all these technologies. But let's go back to what actually we mean when we say digital transformation. So digital transformation basically is a process in which we adopt all of these modern IT technologies, for example, like 5G, AI, cloud computing, IoT, 3D printing, all these technologies, when they are adopted into existing businesses to make new business models, that's when we say there's a digital transformation. A very good example of digital transformation, especially since I'm based in Southeast Asia, would be the e-hailing services. Prior to digital transformation coming to this region, we would see a normal e-hailing or a taxi service. But now these are adopted into transport as a service thanks to digital transformation. So how has IP helped this? Basically, IP has acted as an enabler for us to reap benefits of these business models. For example, uh, there are various forms of IP. We are talking about trademarks here, we're talking about patents here, we're talking about trade secrets, copyrights here. So how does IP help business transformation? For instance, trademark. If I'm going to have coffee with a friend, I would immediately think of Starbucks. Why? Because that trademark has helped me, kind of remember and say, okay, Starbucks as a company would give me, quality for my money. So that trademark, Starbucks is actually a trademark. So it has helped me to remember that brand or that service. That's how IP, plays an important role in digital transformations, basically to help your brands to grow by virtue of trademarks. Now, when it comes to technologies as well, like I said just now, the e-hailing service is now a super app, for example. Initially, I used to just book a ride from place A to place B. But now, with digital transformation, that same super app can help me order food, can help me schedule a delivery. I could book tickets. And by protecting the technology via patents, I am creating a fence around my super app so nobody could copy similar functionalities. And therefore, this is how trademarks or patents are helping digital transformation for companies.
So I think you told us about nicely all the major important role that digital transformation has played in IP. So I just want to know some challenges which are faced via digital transformation that pose threat to IP rights.
Um, as we know, IP rights are country based, like we can't say there's one global IP right. Trademark, patents, copyrights, and other rights go country by country. Each country has their own rights, although we are harmonizing them. So the challenges we face is when it comes to digital transformation, everything is about content, right? And digital content is not restricted to a country, it is flowing. So there are a lot of privacy issues, piracy issues which come, which goes beyond the control of IP rights. For example, generative AIs are trained using public databases, correct? So when they generate content, they might be infringing somebody's copyright. That's a challenge now the copyright law faces. For example, how do you kind of control these digital boundaries by virtue of copyright? Also, if generative AI is generating this content for us, is the AI the inventor or the author of that new creative work? So that's one challenge which comes with digital transformation, that how do you identify the contribution or the creative or the technical contribution when AIs are used for generating content. That's one challenge we definitely see for digital transformation. Also, when it comes to IT implementations, because digital transformations are employing all IT technologies. Every time you are trying to launch a new product or a service in the IT domain, everything is about speed. Like you made a new service, you want to immediately launch it. But we know historically, IP rights, for example, patents, it almost takes us 2 to 3 or 4 years for a patent to get granted. So that speed to implementation is not supported by the patents we are filing, and therefore we see that there is a gap, and that's the sad part or irony is sometimes companies or businesses forego or lose their IP rights just for the speed of implementation. So I think that's some setbacks we see when digital transformations are coming and integrating with the intellectual property.
I think you explained very well that challenges that the IP rights are facing right now. So my next question will be, is the legal landscape surrounding IP changing to support this transformation?
Again, the whole thing here is because there's no one governing body. It goes country by country, and digital transformation is a very new concept for all of us, and everybody is watching to see the impact. What generative AI is causing, what these 5G technologies are causing to us. So it is not easy for policies, because intellectual property is implemented by formal laws in the country, right? So it's not easy to transform these laws immediately. But what we can see is that there has been executive orders issued in the US, for example, for the US Patent Office to kind of approach people to get feedback on how should AI should be used more effectively in by the patent offices. How do you kind of protect and use AI related inventions more? Similarly, there have been efforts in other patent offices wherein they are removing guidelines for examinations to see how do you examine inventions in this domain, because firstly you need the speed. Patent law has to catch up in terms of how sooner can you issue patents for these industries to make use of patents in that sense. So there is kind of discussions happening, but we are yet to see like a major reform. But I can see a lot of effort, and there might be some reform changes which we can anticipate in the legal landscape to kind of balance between IP and digital transformations.
I think you explained very well the differences, basically all the things like benefits, challenges, and how they both are coming face to face right now, both digital transformation and IP. So my next question will be, how can business develop effective intellectual property strategies in this digital age?
This is a question which is like I find very close to my heart, because obviously in my current company also we are constantly strategizing and kind of seeing how we make the most of the digital transformation era, or like we call it the fourth generation of industrialization. So I think uh, in my view, it's like a four-fold strategy. You have to kind of have measures around, so protect, you watch, and then you audit and you monetize. This is how a strategy should be formulated, on a very overview level. Protection would mean, what are you filing your IP for? Is your business goals aligning with your trademark filing, with your patent filing, with your copyright filing? So that's protection. When it comes to watching is very important. Like I said, in the digital era, information is disseminating very fast. Everybody, it's easy to copy now. Everything is on the cloud. So you have to keep watching. You have to keep watching for infringement, and to keep tab on all the copycats or cross-border issues. So watching is another good strategy to implement. The third being audit basically, again, because IT transformations get obsolete. You're developing something, service is launched, it's obsolete, you revise it, something new comes up. So you have to keep auditing to see, okay, is my strategy aligning with my business goals? Is the patent portfolio or trademark portfolio current to the current situation or the current company goals? So you have to keep auditing. And the last step is, like I said, monetizing. If you find infringement, are you going behind those copycats to kind of offer licenses, or to stop them from operating in the same domain as you? So the strategy has to be overview in fairly between these 4 points, basically protect, watch, audit, and monetize.
So my final question for today is, tell us about your hobbies or what you like to do in your pastime.
Oh, I am a nature lover person completely. So for me, walks in the nature is something I really enjoy doing. I have a green fingers. I love gardening. Uh, those those two are preliminary my hobbies, which I really like doing. Apart from that, badminton and swimming as sports I really like to put my spare time into.
So thanks, Megha. It was great connecting with you, and I am thrilled with your excitement to join our conference. So, any words for our participants who will be joining in the conference?
I look forward to having you all on 31st of Jan, and kind of brainstorming and sharing views around this very interesting topic of intellectual property, especially in this changing digital era. Looking forward to seeing you all.
Great, good to know. Thanks for your time today, Megha, and to all the participants. Don't miss our
Thank you.
session happening on IP and Legal Confex on 31st January 2024, presented by Digital Confex in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Get a great chance to connect with her in person. See you soon, Megha.
Thank you. See you soon.